Hey everybody, it's Palm Sunday. Hope you have a good day. Make sure you get to church. I missed 9 and 11 Mass, so I'm going to New Haven for 5 p.m. Mass tonight. I have to get to the cemetery. I went last night for the vigil, but I have to get to the cemetery to drop off crosses in West Haven and then do some prayers for the dead. And I got to bring my car into the shop at 1 o'clock, and I just have a very busy day today. But yeah, I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't made it to Mass for some stupid reason today or last night, then make it at 5 p.m. Tonight in New Haven, St. Mary's Church. But make sure you're there, okay? It's Palm Sunday. I really have been thinking a lot lately about my lack of social life and friends lately, and I think a lot of that is because my secular friends, my non-Christian or non-church friends, don't really want to hang out with me because I'm boring, and it's not that I don't go to bars and stuff with them, it's just that they just want to overdo it all the time, and they just never invite me, so I guess I'm no fun. I want to get a group together of friends, okay, around here, around my age. I'm 42, that want to do Christian things like hiking, beach, get together for Bible study, go out to eat, go for walks, hikes, fishing, I don't know, camping, just hang out. Someone to even go to get something to eat with or go for a walk with or whatever, it could be a woman, it could be, men and women, it doesn't matter. You might even fall in love, who knows? But I think that we need friends that are good people, that are not just bar hopping and club hopping and going to casinos. But I don't want all that. I've done all that. I'm done with it. It's boring. It's not interesting to me. There's nothing good that comes out of it. So what do I do at 42 years old, single, with very few friends? And it's like, I know a lot of church folks, but what do you guys do for fun? I mean, some of you have family and kids and career and this and that, or your own little tight-knit circle. But see, now this is where the problem is. We are supposed to be going out to the world, not staying in our own little safe zone with just a few select people that we love. If you only love those who love you, what good is that? Jesus says that. Go out there and make more disciples and friends and go love more people. Okay? There's a lot of lonely people out there in the world. I'm one of them it would be real nice if somebody ever called me up and said, hey, you want to go hang out? I mean, it doesn't always have to be Bible reading and prayer and rosaries, although that would be awesome. But it would be nice to have people my age who just want to have good, clean fun, hang out, maybe talk, go for a walk, a hike, go to the beach, go for a drive, go to a restaurant, or even go get a glass of wine in a bar, just as adults. It doesn't have to be a date. It would be nice to have a date, There's times like this where I really wish I was married already and maybe had family and kids. I am starting to get that lonely feeling. I know that I'm called to do something big and something for God, obviously, because I'm so odd. I really wish I was a priest or in seminary, but I'm not. So, and I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. Probably not, because I've been blacklisted by the very church I love and support. But, for all the wrong reasons. But let's not go down that route. So I guess, maybe God has plans. I just hope that I at least die married one day, because I am tired of being alone. My family's rejected me. I don't have many friends. Actually, I have a lot of friends, but they don't ever hang out with me. I mean, I can't remember the last time we ever watched a movie or went to the movies or played a board game or went for a walk or went to the beach or went fishing. I mean, come on. I'm tired of doing everything alone, and I don't do much anymore. And it's sad because I am still young and I have health issues. I'm slowing down, but I'm not 80. And I don't want to wait till I'm 80 going to some senior center, to play checkers with somebody with no teeth. I want to do it now, So where is everybody? What do you all do? We got to stop the clickiness, In other words, I'm here. You know where to reach me if you want to hang out. If you want to visit, do something, I shouldn't have to make videos asking or begging people for company. But anyway, just something to think about. I would like to start getting a group of good Christians, or I don't care if you're Protestant or what, just don't have a problem with my Catholicism, okay? I'm sick of the segregation. So if you're a Christian and you're around the age of 42 or whatever, and you're single, or, you just want friends, why don't you call me up and why don't we hang out and go to the beach, go for a walk, whatever. If you want to pray, I'll teach you. You want to talk about the Bible, fine. But if you want to leave religion aside, then fine. But I'm not going to go strip clubs or casinos or, go crazy. But, I mean, I just want good, clean adult fun. Is it possible to be somewhere in between this world, in between extreme sinning and extreme piety? Can we find a happy medium for the rest of us secular lay folk out here who want to be good Christians but also want to have a life? Because I can't keep living like I'm in a cloistered convent or a monastery the rest of my life. It's driving me nuts. If I was, fine, but I'm not. So why am I living like that? Okay, and don't tell me I push people away with my religion. If I am, then you're a fool. Shame on you, because, I'm a good person, and it's because of Christ that I'm a good person. I mean, what kind of friend do you want? Someone who's going to gossip about you and not be faithful and stab you in the back and extort you and cheat on you? Or do you want somebody who's a good, God-fearing, God-loving person who's honest, who has a big heart, who is a real, genuine person? I mean, so why are people not looking for good Christian guys or good Christian friends? That baffles me. You see how bad the world is. Women talk about all the time about how their husbands or boyfriends are abusive, or they cheat, or they can't stand them, or what. Well, why are you with them? What about someone like me? I mean, I know I'm not Ben Affleck or Channing Tatum, but I mean, I'm not that ugly. I mean, I don't have all the money in the world, but I do have a job. I work. I have a brain. I have a heart. Like, I'm a good person, but you overlook me because you're too busy looking for that, I don't know, some worldly ideal of a guy who's it's like almost like you like the abuse and being mistreated. I don't know. But you're a child of God, okay? You're a woman and you deserve to be respected and loved. Not have to worry about where your man's at. Not have to be mistreated or neglected or swore at or hit or, like cheated on or... No, I mean, so you guys don't even, you women don't even know what it's like to have a good guy. A lot of you. And it's really sad. It really is. And men, don't even get me started, because you're the problem. I mean, where are the real men? There's a lot of guys out there. Oh, look at me. I'm in the military. Oh, look at me. I can drink a whole keg. Oh, look at all the sins, all the girls I sleep around with. If you think that makes you a man, you're not even a human. You're a poor don't even get me started. It's a Sunday. It's Palm Sunday. You make me sick. Honestly. And if you have a girlfriend or a wife, you probably make them sick too. Why don't you stop with the male chauvinist pig stupidity and grow a pair and actually be a man after Christ? Jesus, okay, is the alpha male. He is the model. He's tough when he needs to be tough, and he's meek and humble and loving when he needs to be meek and humble and loving, okay? I'm not asking you to run around with long hair and a tunic, but I am asking you to grow up and find a happy medium and stop being like, I am man, hear me roar. You make us like a bunch of stupid Neanderthals, and I'm sorry. But I am a man too, and I don't need to show it by brute force, by flinging my guns around, or drinking myself to stupidity, or sleeping with women. I have a brain, okay? I might not, what I lack in muscles, I don't lack in intelligence, okay? So, be a real man. And a real man is a guy who loves and knows God. That's the truth. Because the problem with society and the problem with the dating world and the problem with most relationships is that people don't date or marry or go after people, men and women, of God. You just stay in the world and you think that that's all you deserve because you've been in the world so long. Who cares if you're a sinner? So was I. Stop. Come to Christ. You'll change. I mean, otherwise stay there. Like a pig in your filth. I don't know what to tell you, but if you want change, you got to be the change. And the change has to come from in here. Not out there, not here, in here. And the only one that can do that is God. So why don't you give him a chance? I mean, what else do you have to do right now? Drugs, tattoo parlors, drinking, sleeping around. I mean, aren't you bored? Aren't you tired? I'm tired of all that. I got tired of all that after high school. I don't know why everybody else is still acting like a bunch of high schoolers. I don't get it. So I guess that's why I'm alone. Because I just can't stand playing with the little kids. Like being, I want to do something intelligent. I want to do something adult. I want to have good, deep conversations of value. I want to do stuff that I don't have to go to confession for the next day. I want good, clean adult fun. All right? It's just, is it so hard? So I'm just wondering, what does everybody else my age do for fun? Besides over abusing alcohol or going to bars or whatever. I mean, I don't mind going to a bar, but I'm not going to get drunk and I'm not going to frequent it every week, okay? I don't mind going out to dinner, but not every night. I can't afford it. But, I mean, I do have a life and there is a world. God gave us the world to build up and enjoy. Not to abuse and not to sin, but to build up and enjoy. So there is a whole world going on out there that I'm missing. Because everybody just goes to the same stupid places. Bars, nightclubs, maybe the movies, same old thing over and over and over and over again. It's just like that's all adults do, is waste their money on alcohol and drugs, sleeping around, and that's it. And then a hangover the next day, and no wonder you don't go to church. Like, I don't know. There's got to be normal people out there like me. Good people. Okay? Good people who are tired of the world the way it is and just want to enjoy God's nature and maybe God himself and good people, like real human beings with intelligent conversations. I don't know. Maybe I am the only one. It's not the first time I made a video like this, but they are few and far between because they don't do anything. They really don't. I mean, it's the same people all the time, and ever since social media was invented, people don't hang out anymore. Or they only hang out with just certain people because they're too worried about what others may say or think if they hang out with someone like Steve Dinello. Well, if you're too embarrassed to be seen with me, then you're not going to want to be seen with Jesus. You're certainly not going to want to talk about Jesus or die for Jesus or go to church or whatever. See, that's your problem. So my problem is not that I'm weird or judgmental. My problem is there's not enough good Christians in this world anymore. Real ones. I mean, I only see them at church because they have to go there and it's their obligation. And then they're off running around. It's like they're so scared to get dirty in the world. They're so scared to go out into the world. They stay in this little bubble, their tight-knit little family or whatever. Come on. Why do you think Jesus said you have to be at enmity with the world? You cannot serve both God and mammon. Pick up your cross and follow me. Bring only the shoes on your back and the shirt on your back, the shoes on your feet, the shirt on your back, and go. I'll provide. Don't pack heavy. Don't be materialistic and worried about the things of the world, what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear. I'll handle that. You just go and make disciples out of people. Spread it. Nobody's doing that, even the people in the church. The priests and nuns are so overwhelmed, they can't all be doing everything. The laity has to live this life also. They have to be more than just Catholics or Christians by label and just going on Sunday or maybe a couple times a week. Get out into this world. Be a light in the darkness. Don't stay together where it's safe. Go. You can enjoy life. I mean, some of you overdo it to the point where, I mean, yeah, I'm all about holiness, but come on. Like, live a little. It's okay to go to the beach once in a while. It's okay to go boating. Maybe go on vacation. It is okay to play a board game at night. It is okay. Put God first, but have a little fun. It's not all about beating yourself, fasting, being pious, and never enjoying life. I mean, if you want that, go be a nun or a priest. Go live in a monastery. But most of us, we can't. I want to be in a monastery. Trust me, I want to be there. I'm not allowed. So I'm stuck out here in this world, and I don't fit. It's like being stuck in purgatory between heaven and hell. I don't fit in either. I'm just down here wasting my life, and I'm tired of wasting my time in my life. I am bored. I'm like a racehorse stuck in a stall, ready to go. Open the gate already. I want a life. And everybody else is wasting their life. And I'm trapped. I might as well be in a prison cell. That's what I feel like. My life is a boring, everyday, the same old, monotonous, and all I have to look forward to is my dead religion. I'm tired of it. I want to meet people. I want to be with people. I want to heal people. I want to pray over people. I want to visit the sick and the dying. I want to see the world. I want a wife to come home to and you know, if I can't be a priest. Or I'd like to hit the books and be in seminary doing God's business. Could somebody please give me a chance? Storm heaven with prayers, because God doesn't seem to be listening to me lately, because I'm just same old all the time. And I'm not trying to be ungrateful, but enough. I'm bored. I'm going to die of boredom. I can't even pray anymore because I'm just so prayered out. It's just repetitious, and it's like I'm starting to get... that's not good, to become lukewarm and not want to do it. Okay? But because I have no one else to do it with. I'm tired of doing it all the time by myself. Nobody said you have to do the rosary all the time by yourself. Have to do everything by yourself. I'm tired of it. I got one friend, he's not even around anymore. I don't know what his problem is. He comes and goes like the weather, and he won't even pray a rosary with me anymore. It's like, nobody has time for me. Nobody has time. Well, that's funny because I'm always making time for everybody else. I got nothing but time for everybody. And now I'm starting to say, well, what about me? I actually shaved and did my hair and dressed up nice for the first time in a long time because I got to give myself some time and some me time. But now it's like all dressed up and nowhere to go. And okay, even if I went to church at 11 o'clock, okay, then the rest of the day I got chores to do. I got to bring my car and I got to go to cemetery. I mean, I got stuff, but it would have been nice to have someone to do it with. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what my vocation is anymore. I really, really have the heart of a priest. I really think it's the most important. That's really what I want, but maybe that's the problem. Maybe pride is speaking and I want the best and I'm not the best and I'm not worthy of it and God doesn't want it for me and that's it. Fine, then send me the right wife. Please. But please do not make me stay like this. I'm just so tired of being alone. And I feel alone even when I'm surrounded by people. Most of the time, because nobody talks to me anyway or acknowledges me. And I'm just so tired. I go to church and I come home depressed. Instead of feeling joy-filled and empowered, I feel depressed. Because everybody's there doing their own thing and then they all have their little clicky thing and I'm standing there waiting to talk to somebody and they don't even acknowledge me and they all walk off as if I'm invisible. Invisible. I'll be lucky to get a hi or a handshake if I go in for it first and leave them no choice. I got to corner people. Do I smell or something? I just got out of the shower. Like, what is people's malfunction? And I'm getting really mad because what you do to the least of these, you do to Christ. I have Jesus living in me too. I'm out there actually pounding the pavement every day when most of you just go to church on Sunday and live your secular worldly lives. I'm out there making videos and preaching and praying and helping and, what are you doing? I don't know, but I'm telling you, I'm very busy with the things of God, and I'm just one person out here in the world, and I don't have to do that. I do if I want to go to heaven, but I don't have to, okay? And so, why does nobody talk to me or hang out with me? Why am I the devil to everybody in church? Like, everywhere I go, and I am telling you, I am starting to get very upset now. I am sick and tired of it, because if you took the chance to get to know me, I'm a very good, loving, fun person, but you don't even give me a chance. I have my own job and money. God provides. I don't need nothing from you. I'm not going to ask you for anything. Don't worry. I'm not a panhandler. You don't have to avoid me. Oh, here comes Steve. He's going to need something. No, right now I'm good. So don't worry about that. And God forbid you should have to be charitable, but I'm not asking for anything. I just would like company, friendship, someone to pray with, something. You are ostracizing me. And I do not like it and I'm sure God doesn't like it either, because we're not supposed to be that way as Christians. We're supposed to be picking people off the street and bringing them into the church and befriending them and bringing them into our home and clothing them and feeding them. And I don't see any of you doing any of that. You wouldn't even do it to me. And I'm one of your Christians. So what is your malfunction? What don't you understand about the gospel, people? You sit there with your little palms on Palm Sunday. Oh, praise the Lord. Most of you aren't even going to heaven, most likely. Do you understand that? Because you don't get it. You're not even loving towards another Christian in church. How can we trust you to be loving to an enemy or someone else on the side of the road? See, I love it. People start watching, they turn it off. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth. God forbid. I got to tie you people down, glue your eyes open, and force you to listen to this, because otherwise, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. The truth hurts. So I'm told. People don't have a problem telling me their truth about me and how they feel about me and how all these negative things they have to list about me, when we're supposed to be edifying and building up and loving and being charitable. Oh no. Steve, you really want honesty? Okay, boom, 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 boom. And you make me feel like I just want to cut my throat. And you're supposed to be priests and Christians? Oofa, get out of here. Where do you think you're going? You think you're going to heaven with that attitude? You can't even love a fellow person in church. Listen, you guys, I know it's Easter season, and I am not a saint. But let me tell you something, we are doing this wrong. If you can't be friend, if I gotta beg for friendship and time again, and for people to spend time and talk to me even in my own church, then there's something very wrong. You're wasting your time because you have no love in you. Do you understand? Jesus is all about love. Love of neighbor, love of enemy, and especially love of God. And he says, if you love him, you'll obey him. And what did he say? He commanded you to love others. He also said for the church to come together, not forsake fellowship. So where are my church people? Where are you? Not the ones that are in another continent who watch me faithfully. I'm talking about the ones, and you know who you are. You're on my Facebook. I see you every week at church, and you don't even acknowledge me. I don't even get a hello. I'm standing there waiting for you to say hello, to see me, and you just talk among yourselves. You turn your backs to me. Am I invisible? Don't tell me that it's not done purposely. It's gotta be, because it's been going on for far too long. Did I kill somebody and not realize it? Is there something that I have done to deserve this? Tell me. I want my family to tell me why it is that there's family members who are terrible people. Abusers, alcoholics, losers, criminals. They got forgiven. They're all still together. Oh, everybody who's living in adultery in my family or getting divorced and not annulling their marriages and still marrying again. Honey, let me tell you something. That's a hellbound sin. But I don't say anything. I tried. I said it once. I tried to help you. The priest wanted to help you annul your previous marriage. You didn't want to. So you're living in sin. Okay, fine. You guys drink. You go tailgating. You throw your rifles around. You're all law enforcement. Ooh, look at us. Okay, that's great. NASCAR, beer guzzling, redneck, whatever. Okay, that's my family. Great. Why can't you be nice to me? My sister disobeyed my father, ran off, got knocked up by an abuser, okay, against my father's will, then ended up marrying the guy. She wasn't allowed back into the family for years until she got a divorce. The guy was abusive. My father took her back. Not once, but her and her child twice. She got to move in. We made room for them. I haven't done anything wrong to my family, and I was thrown on the street. And the other day, I drove by for the first time in a year because my mother was driving in front of me, and I followed her home, and she wouldn't even talk to me. Okay? Wouldn't even acknowledge me, and I said, Happy Easter. Yeah, Happy Easter. She ran in the house. Oh, and all the dogs were let out, like all these big dogs, so I couldn't even come on the property. I mean, what did I do besides follow Jesus Christ that was so bad that I need to be treated like that? Why do you treat me like the plague, like an evil person, like the devil? I mean, do you have any idea how I'm offering you up in mass constantly? I'm praying for you every night. I mean, my own family doesn't even love me. I went through 12 years of terrible time in school. Even the teachers abused me. Okay? You don't want to know. They wouldn't have their jobs if I ever outed them for the things they did and said to me. Okay? My entire life since I was born, has been nothing but attack after attack from my own family, from everybody in my life, the kids next door, bullies, teachers. I've been beat up multiple times, even by gangs of 20, left there bleeding. Okay, I have been raped. Guns in my face. You have no idea the abuse I have gone through since I was a child. And yet, I'm still standing and preaching the gospel. I'm still trying, instead of letting that negatively affect me and turn to a life of crime and drugs and alcohol and abuse, I try to play by God's rules. I tend to the people who need help in the world. I don't say, oh, well, sink or swim. That's how the world was to me, so that's how it is for you. Tough love. I don't do that. I want to know why my entire life since I was born. My mother almost killed me. She tried to when I was a baby. Postpartum depression, maybe. Put all her pills and Valium in my milk and gave it to me. And my grandmother found me on the floor blue, brought me to the hospital. God knows the damage it did. Okay? I have gone through hell my entire 42 years on this planet, and it just keeps on going. And I don't know what I could have possibly done that any other sinner on this earth has not done to deserve it. And I am always patient and merciful and forgiving, quick to forgive, slow to anger. I hate to boast, but I've got to be the nicest, most caring, charitable person I know. And that's sad, because I know a lot of people, and they're not that way to me. But yet I am. And so I just want to know what in the HELL is wrong with me and going on in this world. Why must I always be in constant poverty? Why, no matter how much I work? Why does everybody always think I'm so... What is your issue? Like, either I'm that Christ-filled that your demons can't be near me, or something is... I'm sick of it. Is it because I'm too honest? And you guys like to live in a facade? Is that what it is? Everybody lives in a facade? Everything's a big lie and you don't want... And I'm just too open and honest? Is that what it is that you don't like about me? I mean, what is it really? I mean... You say I'm not ugly, but yet I'm always alone. You say I'm a very wise, good man of God, this and that, but yet nobody even in church even talks to me. What gives? I'm either under a serious curse or attack from the evil one, or God himself hates me. I've been wondering that for a long time. But if God hated me, I would have been dead and in hell a long time ago. He did not need to save my life from certain death about 5-6 times already. I would be in a wheelchair right now. If you even saw my MRI results, it's a miracle I'm walking at all. Okay, there's a lot that I go through. And so I'm just really disappointed. Very hurt and disappointed. I expect secular people, godless, atheist people to be the way they are, especially to someone like me. But again, if I can't rely on my own church, my own fellow Christians, whether you're Christian or Catholic, I don't care. You call yourself a Christian, be one. You're not one. And, because I'm right here. Lavish your Christianity on me. I could use the love, the friendship, the charity, the company, the prayers. Where are you? Why do I only have a handful of people around the world, strategically placed on different continents? If I didn't have them, I'd have nobody. I wouldn't even bother making these videos anymore, because all the people local around here don't even watch them. But the people who are in other countries do watch and appreciate me. And I am grateful to God for them. I wish I could collect you all and bring you here and all live together in a castle. So I have my little clique of good people, all heaven-bound, heaven-minded people together. Because they're so few and far between. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm a good holy saint. But gosh, I try. I really do. Is that the problem? That the rest of you play church, but you're not really living it, so you don't want me to see that? You're not really trying? What is it? I don't get it. Why would you not? If I was Padre Pio or Mother Angelica, people would be flocking to me. If I was Princess Diana, they'd be all over me. What do I have to do? Wait until I'm dead before people say, gee, he was a good person. Gee, he was a saint. Gee, that doesn't mean no good after the fact. Do you understand? I only have a short period of time down here as well, just like the rest of you. Don't you think I need love, family, friends, just like you? Respect. Don't you think I'm deserving of love and respect just like you? Or a nice place to live, or a decent car, or a good job, just like the rest of you? So, why am I treated like I might as well wear a scarlet letter? Because that's how I feel. And this is the last time I'm going to pour my heart out to anybody, because it does no good. It only just, the people line up with baseball. Oh, good, he's already down. Let's get him worse while he's down. How pathetic. This is why nobody likes him. No, that's not why nobody likes me, because I very rarely ever show my soft side, my vulnerable side. I hardly ever make truthful videos where I am venting like this. And I shouldn't have to. It sucks. Yep, I have foul language. Yep, I'll go to confession. It sucks. There's no other word to describe it. There are certain things in life where vocabulary, it just is bad. And I should not have to. Okay? That's another reason why I wasn't in any rush to go back to church again today. Isn't that sad? Because I'm sick of sitting in that front pew, okay, and trying to be all holy and a good example, and this and nobody even cares or talks to me. They think I'm odd. Everywhere I go, it doesn't matter if I'm with the most sinful people or the most holy people. I am rejected, ostracized, avoided. No one talks to me. I'm invisible. It really sucks. It really does. I could be surrounded by 1,000 people in a room, and I'll be lucky to get a smile or an acknowledgement only after they see a video like this. Otherwise, why am I part of anything? Why do I bother being part of the church community? Why do I bother going to Fife and Drum? Why do I bother doing anything if I'm just going to stand there and be ignored like some dog? Okay? You guys you don't even treat your dogs properly. You don't even give them attention, probably. Some of you don't even give your own wives attention. You're too busy out running around with your buddies or whatever you're doing, and your marriages are falling apart. Somebody like me would appreciate a beautiful wife and kids. I would be there with them. I would guard them with my life instead of throwing them away over a beer or a floozy or some fun time with the boys. Grow up. You people have everything I could only wish for, and you're not happy, and you sabotage yourselves. Grow up. Because the only thing that's waiting for you after the end of your miserable life, and don't sit there and act like, I know I'm miserable. And I'm admitting it. And this is why. Because people make me miserable. My circumstances are nothing to be excited about. Some of you have good looks, good health, beautiful wives and families, 6-figure incomes, a trade, everything a guy like me could ever want and wish for. And you throw it away. You waste thousands of dollars a week on alcohol and carousing and bar hopping and having fun. And you're neglecting your family and your kids, and you don't think that affects your kids? I don't care what happened to you as a child. I don't care if your daddy did that to you or molested you. So what? Happens to a lot of us. You don't see me acting like that. You have no idea what I've gone through. You either grow up or you let the world take you out. And you're letting the world take you out. Oh, I don't know about you, Steve, but I'm enjoying my life. Is that really? You're enjoying your life? That's how you enjoy your life? Then you have no life. You don't know the first thing about life. If that's the only way you can enjoy it. No, you have a problem. You're an alcoholic. You have a problem. You have no life. You have some deep-seated thing you're running from or miserable that makes you upset. Maybe your marriage, maybe you're gay inside and you don't want to tell anybody. I don't know what your issue is, but there's something that only God himself can fix. At least I had the brain to run to the Creator who can help me. That is why I'm strong the way I am today, no matter what you throw at me. Because Jesus, that's why. I knew alcohol wasn't going to do it. Sex wasn't going to do it. My family can't be counted upon. Money was never going to do it. Nothing in this world was going to help me. No therapist. I've had 1 million. Nothing. Jesus did. I went to him, I started doing things his way, bam. I got stronger on the inside. Okay? I'm still alive and walking around today because of God. And I'm not even just saying that, I'm telling you, that is a fact. I have a car outside because of God. I have a roof over my head because of God. Not my family and not my friends. God. So while you're sitting there trying to do it your own way and you're so miserable, it's not working. Get off the hamster wheel, stop chasing your tail, and come to church. It's common sense. If you go to the doctor and you keep doing this and say, doctor, it hurts, he's going to tell you, idiot, stop doing that. Well, instead of just doing the same repetitive, stupid thing, bouncing from one bad relationship to another, one stupid decision after another, wasting your time and money on alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, all this worldly garbage, which isn't going to do anything for you when you die, but bring you to hell. And if you think your life is such hell now, you have no idea what suffering is. I can't even say that I have any idea what suffering is when I look at the cross, or when I look at people starving to death all over the world in the streets, homeless, diseases, left to die like animals. That is suffering. So whatever it is that you need to go have a beer all the time because you're suffering. Oh, boo-hoo, my wife, oh, boo-hoo. Shut up. Grow up. You know why you're not Christian? Do you know why most of you people are not in church? I'll tell you why. Because you're weak. You're weak. You are pathetically weak and scared. You're cowards. You don't want to really live life. You don't want to know anything. You don't want to be educated. You want to remain stupid and drunk and just let life pass by. You don't want to know suffering or commitment or anything. You just want an excuse to just waste your life. You're not really living. You think I go to work, I provide for my family, I want to work hard, play hard. What do you do for God and for the rest of the world? Nothing. What do you do to better yourself? Nothing. That's living? We're having so much fun, Steve, and you're the one that's sitting over there saying you have no friends and you're bored. I'd rather be bored than get myself doing stuff that's going to drag me to hell so I can burn for all eternity. Thank you very much. No, my life's been hell enough. I don't want to see the real hell. And if you people don't realize that there is one waiting for you when you die, and you're going to die sooner than later because of the way you live your life, you are going to be very sorry and it's going to be too late. But it's not too late right now to fix your marriage, to forge good friendships. Maybe get rid of the losers and start hanging out with someone like me. You'll learn a lot. You'll dress better. You'll talk and act better. You'll actually act civilized. You'll start it's contagious. It does rub off. Oh, I don't want to be like one of you. Really? You don't want to be like me? Why? I may be poor, but I have everything I need all the time. I have God. You have to do everything yourself. You have to work real hard so you can play hard. I don't. And I'm not saying I'm lazy. I work real hard. But it's not for money and houses and all that stuff. It's just to get by. And I have a lot of disabilities and health issues. I'm in constant pain every day. Like you wouldn't know. But I don't complain about it all the time. I just move on. I do the best I can. And I try to keep God first in my thoughts and in my actions and everything I do all day long. Because you know what? This life has been hell for 42 years. And I'm looking forward to an eternity in heaven. I want to be with God. Sooner the better. I don't care if I drop dead tonight. Last night my heart was bothering me real bad again. Worse than the last heart attack. I think I might have had another heart attack. Probably because my cholesterol's through the roof. I don't know. I was sitting there. I decided to just relax and watch a movie. Maybe it's from not sleeping well enough. Maybe my sleep apnea. I don't know. But it was real painful. Donna wanted me to go to the hospital. I said, nope. I'd rather die right now than spend another moment in this godforsaken world. Because you're right, I am depressed and miserable. Because I don't have anybody down here worth anything, who treats me like I'm worth anything. All people do is avoid me or put me down. I don't want that. Okay? All I do is pray for all of you and forgive and love. And I got to do more than just sit here and pray for you because you guys keep screwing up and don't know how to treat people right. Or you don't know how to live right. Or because you're all falling into hell and you don't even see it. And so I'm the one that sees where you're headed. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Protect them while they're hanging out in New York this week and drinking when they should be in church. Protect them. They know not what they do. I'm sitting there a nervous wreck at night thinking about all the people I love so much who don't even love me or even think about me. Can you imagine God? Can you imagine Jesus Christ who actually went to the cross because he thinks about every soul constantly? He does not want them in hell, so he even went to a cross for them. And you can't even give him a weekend? An hour at church, nothing. You can't read a Bible, nothing. You can't do anything to amend your ways, to live a better life, to be part of the solution down here instead of part of the problem. You're darn right I'm mad. I have a right to be mad. This is righteous anger because it is unjust. It is injustice that I see and deal with, not only to myself, but everywhere I look, I see nothing but a hurting world. A hurting world because everybody's turning the other blind eye and only worried about themselves and their own comfort. Wouldn't want to be them. Sucks to be them. Nobody lifts a hand. And I feel overwhelmed because there's nothing I can do in my state. I do the little I can, and it's not enough to even make a dent. And I'm only one person. And I see an entire clergy in the church, bishops and popes, and everybody who's doing very little right or to even help matters. You're only making things worse with your sinfulness and your changing God's laws and ways. My God, have mercy on us. When the fire falls and the chastisements come, and I hope they come soon, You and I have got to understand we deserve it. And you are supposed to be getting ready right now so that when these things happen, you don't perish. You might even be able to survive them on this earth. But more importantly, you don't end up in hell. And what are any of us doing? What are any of you doing? Even the church. You think just going to church Saturday and Sunday is enough? I don't know. I don't see how you live. Because, of course, I'm not a part of your life. I'm never allowed to. You never invite me to dinner or to any of your family functions or you never do anything. You never even stop by to visit Donna and I. Like, seriously. You know where to find us. You don't even talk to us. So if I have to keep admonishing my own parishioners, and I got to keep admonishing people that are in my life, you know, sometimes I hang out with a group of guys, right? And they don't even talk to me when I'm sitting there. They'll give me a beer, we'll sit there, we'll be at a bar, and they're all discussing matters. I might not have gone to college, but I have a lot to offer to conversation when it comes to sales, marketing, whatever. And nobody would listen to anything I said. I wasn't even allowed to ask a question. I'm supposed to be part of an organization, which I will not mention, and yet nobody ever talks to me or asks my opinion or lets me get involved. Nothing. I just sit there like a stupid dog in the corner, and it's really annoying. I'm older than most of the guys. I have more wisdom and knowledge and experience, and I have the answer. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I got the answer to that. Can I okay, just keep, well, gee, I wonder how we're going to do it. And I'm like, dude, if you just let me talk, maybe, oh no, and you wouldn't even take my advice anyway because you won't give me the satisfaction. You're too proud. It's your thing. Well, what am I part of this for then? Why do I bother? Why am I even here if I'm not to be seen or heard? Nobody talks to me anyway. Nobody treats me right. I don't need to sit there and feel like I'm in high school again, sitting at the popular kids table, getting french fries thrown at me, and nobody wants to talk to me. I've done it already. I don't need it. I'd rather be alone. You guys make me have to be alone. So I'm making this video because I'm done. You want me, you better come and find me. You know my number. If you don't, well, you should have had it by now. If you want to talk to me, if you actually care about me, you reach out to me. If you see me in church, come up to me. Talk to me. I am not reaching out to anybody anymore. I'm done. Done. Do you understand? I'm at a breaking point. I'm done with my family. Yesterday was the last straw. I have been begging God to bring them back to make peace. After the way I was treated, done. You want to end up in hell? That's your choice. I am not worried about you anymore. I love you, but it's too much. It's too much to keep loving people and being trampled on. I don't deserve it, and I deserve better than that. I did nothing to you, and so I don't know what your malfunction is, but that's your problem, not mine. And I'm tired of losing sleep over it. Look at me. I'm aging so fast because of stress over everybody and everything I have nothing to do with. And nobody will even talk to me and tell me what I can do to fix it. Because they don't want it fixed. Well, you know what then? Go. Go. You know, like, I don't need you then. And as far as in the Knights of Columbus, I haven't even gone to the meetings. You want to know why I stopped going to your meetings? Because it was the same garbage. I was the youngest one there, and nobody would let me participate in anything. All I was there for was to do the heavy labor. Wash the dishes, do all the stuff. Oh, because you're all... Well, no, I'm the one with the disabilities who can't be doing that stuff, but yet you don't realize that because you don't get to know me or hang out with me or talk to me, you know, and let me get involved in anything at your meetings and all that stuff. Every time I want to add something or ask a question, oh, not you, Steve, not you, Steve. Why would I go? Why the hell would I want to be there? And in seminary... All my brothers and formators, all you did... Shut up. No, we don't want to talk to you, Steve. Nobody likes you. Your own family didn't like you, Steve. I had to sit there for 6 months. You made me eat at your tables with you, but yet I was not allowed to talk. Nobody talked to me. You made me go to a stupid gym with you, but nobody wanted to talk to me. Tried to push me to do stuff I couldn't physically do. You made me sit there and be part of this group. All you ever did was rip me apart and down me and say terrible things to me and abuse me. Like all I was the laughing stock, the whipping boy, the scapegoat. You're darn right I left. Oh, after you sent me to be God knows what, satanically sacrificed or sex slaved into some disgusting bishop in Texas. Ugh. I hope that place burns down brick by brick. I cannot stand it anymore, and I'm really starting to come to terms that this is my life. This is my life. If God himself does not do something about it, then forever, the rest of my life, and there's not much left, it's already been 42 years, and I don't want any more of this, I guess the rest of my life I'm gonna have to be the peon, the victim, the scarlet letter, the outcast, and I don't know why. Because there are criminals out there who slaughter people, and they're famous and they have friends and family. They're I'm going to Disney World and riding on yachts right now. You got people in power committing genocide and starting wars, slaughtering people, and everybody loves them. I mean, what did I ever do to anyone that I deserve this? I'm getting to that point. What is it? What is it? I've committed sins like everybody else. Other than that, I've repented, I've moved on. The rest of you stay in your sins. You don't even go to church. You don't even think you're sinners. You continue doing the things I've long since given up and forgotten. And you're all happy and having fun and family. So the only conclusion is this. I am not part of the world or in the world. I am set aside for Christ. This is the only thing I can think of. Because I refuse to be like the world anymore, I can no longer be part of it. I guess I can't have friends. I can't go and do anything. Everywhere I go down here, I'm always going to be odd man out. I'm never going to fit in or blend in. I don't belong in bars or casinos. I guess I don't belong in any organizations. I can't fit in with anybody down here. I'm so different. I'm tired of being different. I'm not Jesus. He was different for a good reason. I wish I was like him, but I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not even a saint. Nobody would even give me the option to be. You would take that from me even if I was one. You'd never give me the satisfaction. I mean, I don't know what to do anymore or where to go. I started that job that I was making $1,200 a week in that real estate job. From day one, I was treated so horribly by the office staff. I'll never understand why, but as soon as I got there, oh, you got the bigger office, and who do you think you are? And oh, you must have known somebody. Oh my gosh, like, this is why I never want to work in an office again. It's always been catty, clicky, and stupid, and I have no time for it. And I don't want to be part of that. And so I went there just to do my job and be quiet and mind my business. I tried to close my office door. You can't close the door. Nobody's allowed to close their door. Well, nobody's talking to me unless they're insulting me, and so I just figured I'd just shut my door and work quietly and mind. And you don't even need to know I'm here. Oh no, but I gotta have my door open so I can. It was horrible. So you're darn right, I quit. Yes, because after a couple months of being abused every day verbally, and set up and try to get fired for no reason, all I was trying to do my job. I didn't bother anybody there. And this is what I'm saying. Everywhere I go, no matter what I do, it's like I'm cursed. I put my hand to everything. I'm cursed. I can't seem to... Do you know that somebody hit my car again? That's the third time now. I've not even had the car for like a week, and it's already scratched up, dented, been in an accident. I mean, what the heck? I'm not allowed to have anything nice? I'm not boasting, driving around thinking who I am. I just park right next to everybody else like everybody. They bang into my car and dent up the side and scratch it in key. Why? Why? Why the hell is everything against me all the time? I'm really, it's gotta be because it happens too often now. And I'm just fed up. So, I mean, I can't even go and be a monk or go live as a hermit because I'm not allowed to in the church. The church has to have control over everything. So what am I supposed to do? Nobody loves me. Nobody wants me. Nobody appreciates me. Nobody needs me. Everywhere I go, I'm not wanted. I walk into a bar, the place either clears out or I get everyone staring at me like this. And I very rarely frequent bars. I go to an office, I start a new job, I get run out of the place. I go to seminary, I get abused and run out of the place and threatened with my life. I was just born into this family, I didn't have a choice, and I was treated like Cinderella and thrown to the street. What is it with you people? I just hope that I have a happy ending, but it's starting to not look like it's going to happen. Without a miracle, and I'm talking a serious miracle from God, which I don't even deserve, I don't see how there's going to be a happy ending here. I hope and pray to God every day that I make it at least to heaven. I don't care if I have to clean the toilets in heaven. It's certainly better than being in hell burning with the rest of you. So I hope I can at least look forward to heaven after this, because it's not looking good. Some days I gotta wonder if God himself has a problem with me, because I just can't take much more of it, but I have to. And I will. I will, because I'm not weak, and I'm not a self-sabotaging person. I am strong, and call during the video, but I gotta go. I got an appointment to get to. I gotta go to the cemetery and pray for people and put palm crosses up by myself, as usual. And then I gotta go to Mass at 5 o'clock because I didn't get to go to the one this morning, and that's my day. And then back to work again, to the daily grind all week long, and I feel like I never even had a moment to just enjoy my weekend off. And you know what? It's better to keep busy. It keeps you out of sin, and it also, I don't have any friends anyway. I mean, people call themselves friends. I'm supposed to be part of groups and organizations. I'm supposed to be fraternal, brotherhood. Really? I don't feel like a brother. You don't even invite me anywhere. You don't treat me right. You don't even respect me or let me get involved when I'm standing right next to you. I go to church often, and it's the same people all the time, and they don't even want to talk to you. It's like, what am I... I've even left the state. It doesn't get any better in Florida or Wisconsin. It's the same everywhere I go. So it's not a matter of the area or people knowing me. I was in Hollywood. You know, the only time I had friends and respect even from family was when I was trying to be a movie star. When I had sports cars and money and fancy clothes. When I was on TV a lot. And I was only at the bottom of the business. I wasn't even an A-lister. I was on my way up. Only then did I ever have love from this world or friends. Everybody wanted to hang out with me and date me. I was fun. I was the belle of the ball. Oh, wow, Steve knows Channing Tatum. Oh, he just did a movie with Channing Tatum. But the minute I started serving Christ, like seriously, everything was taken from me. Why do you people hate God so much? Why do you hate Jesus so much that you can't even stomach one of his children, one of his servants? Why? Why do you hate the very person who loved you so much that he was beaten to a bloody pulp, nailed to a cross, and died for you? What is there to hate? That's what I want to know. Why do you hate Jesus Christ so much? Why can't you just do as he's... Why can't you love and respect him? Why can't you give time to him? Why can't you live right and go to church? What do you have against God? Why do you love your sin and your stupidity more than you love God and holiness? Why? And because you hate him, you hate me. And I'm just trying to follow him. Because your way doesn't work. I've been down that road. It don't work. And it stinks, and it doesn't make anybody any more happier. I don't care if you have a yacht and 5 mansions. It doesn't change you and your problems. You're just going to be a rich jerk or a poor jerk, but it doesn't matter what you have in life or don't have. You are still you, and your problems are still going to follow you wherever you go. So you need to get over it, and why don't you stop going out there in the world looking for an answer and go to God. If you want to go somewhere out there, go to God. Look up. But you need to go inside too. Where also the kingdom of heaven is found, by the way, and where God resides. And you need to start working on why you are the way you are. Why you choose to sin instead of be holy. Why you choose to hate God and anything that represents him. Instead of appreciating and respecting and loving it. That's your malfunction. That's your issue. That's not God's. He created you beautifully and wonderfully made. He put you down here. He gave you life. He died for you so you can go to heaven. What more do you want from him? He's a good father. Yet you don't give him time. Time of day. You don't go to church. You don't want to live right. You're sitting there miserable, and that's why you continue to drink and sin and whatever. I keep saying drinking because it's like that's the biggest thing now that people do. But smoking marijuana, I can't stand it. What a loser you are if you sit there. I'm telling you, you're a loser. I think you're a loser. I really do. If you sit there, you got to smoke weed to get high all the time. I feel bad for your addiction, but you're a loser. You got nothing better to do with your time than sit there and destroy your body, your brain cells, make everybody else have to smell that nasty garbage. I mean, you look like a loser. I mean, you're doing it to yourself. You got nothing but time on your hands for that? Go to church. Go to work at a food pantry. Go help somebody instead of wasting your life and destroying yourself. Go do something with your life. I mean, come on. I don't feel bad for people like you because you're doing it to yourself. I've been there. I was a loser too. I condoned it. I hung out with it. I did it. I got with Jesus, and it's a long time. That was a thing of the past. I haven't done any of that stuff since I was in my early 20s. I grew up. There comes a point in time where you grow up. And when you're with Jesus, you got to grow up. You got to be a man. You need to grow up and prioritize. You can't just continue living like a stupid, ignorant sinner in this world and still have Christ. It don't work that way. You think you're so wise, you know so much. You don't know anything until you're walking with Christ and he gives you true wisdom. Okay? You don't even see the world the way you do through God's eyes. There is so much that you are missing out on by not knowing Jesus, by not walking with him, by not obeying him. I don't know what you think you're doing or who you think you are or where you think you're going. You got all the answers and all the excuses for your behavior. Nothing is going to be an excuse on Judgment Day. Let me tell you that. Well, I don't believe in Judgment Day. I don't believe in God. Oh, isn't that convenient? Well, guess what? You're about to meet him. And you will. And it'll be too late. So, is that why you continue doing it? So, you just decide you're not going to believe in heaven and hell so you can not feel guilty about the ridiculous way you waste your life? Listen, there's nothing you can tell me that I haven't done, and I do not say that proudly. I am ashamed of my sins, but you know what? I did it, and it's over, and there's nothing I can do about it, but I did not stay there in that pit. And you don't have to either. I've done it all, and I'm telling you there's a way out, but it's going to require Jesus. There is the only way out. You don't want to believe that, then you're going to keep on climbing up muddy walls and falling back down. You're not going to get out of a pit that only the Lord can reach down and pull you out of. Satan has put you in that pit, and he's going to keep you there until the day you die, and then you're going to burn. And that is the reality that should be preached to the masses. But no, we're not telling you the truth. And people like me are hated for telling you the truth. Is that your problem with me? Is that your problem with me, fellow parishioners? That even our priest doesn't preach like this to you when he should? Oh well, he will if you ask him to. He just doesn't want to lose numbers or get defrocked. But I'm not him. And I'm not going to get defrocked. Okay? And I'm not worried about the numbers. I'd rather only have 3 people in that pew going to heaven than 300 pew warmers going to hell. All right? So I don't care what you say and think about me. See, that's why you people don't like me. Because you can't control me. You want to know why you can't control me? Because I gave up caring about what anybody says or thinks about me besides what God says and thinks. That's liberation. He came to set me free. He said, all you got to worry about is what I say and think of you and nothing else. And the day that happened, the day I embraced that truth, I was free. I was free. I no longer had to keep jumping through all these hoops for everybody. Do this. It's never good enough. It's never good enough. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to dress this way. You got to act this way. You got to... Enough wasting my life on you people who don't even know where you're going. I know where I'm going. I got the straight and narrow way. It's right before me. I'm walking with Christ. If I stay on this road, I'm going to make it to my destination. The rest of you are going all in every like a freaking it's like a knotted fishing rod. Do you ever have a spool go crazy and it's all knotted up and you can't even fish? It ruins your day. That's your life. Zigzagging all over. But you don't know where you're going. You don't know if you're coming or going. You can't even find heaven. You don't even find... Man, you do it to yourself. I was once you, and maybe I don't have anything to make it appealing, and I'm sorry. God didn't say that if I followed him, all my problems would go away. No, he said there would be trials and tribulations. But he had already overcome the world, so don't worry about it. He never promised happiness in this life. He didn't promise me that if I walked with him, I was going to have the biggest house on the block and a wonderful career and the most beautiful wife and all. No. And anybody that teaches you that prosperity gospel garbage is right out of the pit of hell. They're misleading the flock. That is not the road of the cross. You sit there and look at me and say, Steve, I don't want to be a Christian if that's going to happen to me. I mean, look, your own family hates you. Nobody likes you. You have no home. You have no car most of the time. You have no money. Why would it? You're so unattractive and unappealing. Why would anybody want to follow Jesus with your bad example? If that's what it takes to follow Christ, well, count me out. Well, what if that's the only way? What if what happened to me happens to be because I'm on that narrow, windy, that narrow, rocky road, carrying a cross? Maybe that's why everybody left me. Maybe that's why I don't have a lot in life. Yeah, because I'm actually doing what God told me to do that the rest of you haven't figured out yet. I'm not saying everybody must lose their home and car and respect and love and friends. I don't know what's going to happen to you if you really, really take Jesus seriously, really walk this road. But I'm telling you, there's a possibility. Even Jesus told you, you might even be killed, imprisoned for my name's sake. So it is no wonder what's happening to me, because this is what happens when somebody goes from working for the devil without realizing it. He was trying to make me a Hollywood A-list star. I was enjoying my life. I had so much possibility before me. I was sleeping with actors and stuff on the set. There was mounds of cocaine, which I didn't do because I have heart problems, but it was there. I mean, the things I was part of and saw in that disgusting business called Hollywood. And I wasn't even A-lister yet. But the devil would have given it to me real fast if I really wanted it. But I would have had to join those cults like everybody else in Hollywood and probably be drinking baby's blood and all that other disgusting Satan. No, thank you. I always had Jesus in my heart. Thank God for that. And that was when I started realizing this is the cost of fame and fortune. I don't want it. Yeah, it's fun for a little while, but it is not worth my soul. It is not worth, I can't live with myself knowing. That's why actors are all on drugs and they derail their lives. They end up in institutions and dead early, or on drugs and alcohol and gambling addictions, because they realize that they really screwed up. That the cost of that fame and fortune and high living, to have the best of everything, has now condemned them to hell most likely. And they are so ashamed of the things that they know that they've done in order to achieve that fame, they can't even talk about it. That's why they're in secret societies. They all have blackmail against each other. They all have something on each other, so that nobody will squeal on the next. And it means sudden death if you do. Especially death to your career. But they will kill you. So, yeah. You think you watch TV all the time, you hail these celebrities as if they were saints. All they are poor sinners that you need to be praying for, because they already have their reward. And they have to do what they do. You don't realize they have to go to those award ceremonies and walk those red carpets and always look perfect, because they belong to Satan. And when he wants, he will dispose of them. So if they want to live a long, happy life, they're going to have to continue playing the game, the facade. And every once in a while, one will go AWOL and shave their head or slap the crap out of someone publicly. Yeah, because they can't handle the reality of it anymore. I saw it, and I escaped it. And don't think that ever since I left the world, that I have not had my wanted poster hanging in the pit of hell and had attack after attack ever since. In fact, Satan saw me coming before I was even born, apparently, because he's been after me since I was an infant, trying to take my life over and over and over again to stop me from something. Okay? So I'm hoping and praying that I will make it to heaven and that I will fulfill God's will, plan, and purpose for my life. I really hope I will. Because if I don't, I'm going to go to hell with the rest of you, and everything was a waste. So instead of looking down your nose at me, wondering, oh, well, nobody likes him, so I won't hang out with him either. Nobody respects him, so I won't respect him either. Oh, Steve's weird. He's socially awkward. You have not been a day in my shoes. You don't know why I'm the way that I am. Plus, you take my intelligence for granted. You don't know. The things that you're just learning, I've already forgotten. Okay? You have no idea what I've seen and gone through in my life. I've lived stuff. I feel like I've lived 4 lives already. You don't know the pain and suffering I live with in this body every day. So before you sit there and judge or ostracize me or decide to disrespect me, look down your nose on me, not talk to me, avoid me, okay, so stay away from him, something's weird, something's wrong, I don't know, I don't feel something about him, something's wrong about him. Why don't you take a good look in the mirror and look at yourself first? Why don't you get a chance to get to know me first before you criticize or ostracize or alienate me or disrespect me or not include me, okay? Because you're not better than me. I got news for you. You are no better than me. You're not holier than thou. You're not better than me. You're not going to heaven any faster than me, okay? You're nothing special, and neither am I. And if you don't have Jesus, you're not nothing. Let me tell you that. I'm telling all of you who think that you're going to just skate through life without God, disobeying Him, and you think you're not going to get punished, you got nothing. You don't even have eternal life. You don't even have life within you without God. Do you understand that? That's the reality. You want to hate a Christian? Now you have a reason to. Because I'm going to tell you like it really is. Well, you're so busy thinking you know how to live your life and enjoying your life, living how you want to live. Oh, none of that church stuff. Looking down on people like me who are actually trying to get it right. You're the one that's going to lose in the end. You're the one that's going to burn for all eternity. Do you understand that? Oh, I don't believe in that. Well, you will. You will. And I wouldn't be making these videos if I didn't know that for a fact that it was reality. So you need to get where I'm at and start realizing reality. You need to fix your life. You need Jesus and you need Him now. And you are running out of time and you are wasting your life and you are ruining your health and your body. You take everything for granted. You act like you're going to live for 1,000 years and you're not. You are so ignorant. You really are. You remember that next time you look me in the eyes. You remember who you're talking to and the life that I've had before you put me down again. Before you decide not to sit in the same pew as me. Before you decide to avoid me and oh, his own family got rid of him. There must be something wrong with him. You don't know the truth. You don't know why. You don't know why. You might hear their side, their worldly version of it, which to the world makes sense. I mean, it's enough just because I'm a crazy holy roller to get rid of me in this world's opinion. But you have not walked a day in my shoes. You don't know the suffering I've gone through. You don't know the things I've seen and experienced and survived. You don't know anything about me, and you don't even take the time to. You judge me before you even get a chance to know me. You think you got me all figured out. You think you know me. You think I'm not worthy of your friendship or love or attention. That I don't deserve it. Or that I deserve to be punished and poor and suffer and alienated and ostracized all the time. I must have done something to deserve it. I don't have a criminal record. I'm not an alcoholic or drug addict. I am not wealthy, but I am not dirt poor either anymore. I'm not what you think. And as far as you ladies out there who seem to think that I'm not material enough for you to give time of day, go back to your abusive, alcoholic, tattooed up, alpha male, loser, worldly men who are not going to bring you to heaven. They're going to bring you to hell with them. They're your little ride or dies. Ooh, they might have boats and motorcycles. Ooh, they're tough, manly man. Ooh, good. How's that going to help you get to heaven on Judgment Day? When they're abusing you and neglecting you and being narcissistic and shallow and talking down to you and cheating on you. You're going to wish you had someone like me, and you could have. But you chose to go for them. The bad boy. The beer guzzling idiots with no brain who might be able to fix a car or tell you something about football but doesn't know a darn thing about loving and respecting a woman or about God and how to raise a family properly. He might have been in the military or the Marines, but that don't make him any more of a man than me. I would have been there too, just like my dad. I have spinal disease. That's why I never got to join the military. That's why I'm not a cop right now, like the rest of my family. Because I couldn't. I was the runt. I have health issues and disabilities and brain conditions and heart conditions and intestinal disease. You don't understand what I deal with every day. And so don't sit there and look at me like I didn't work hard enough and I'm a lazy person and I don't want to work and I never achieved anything in life. I've had over 200 jobs that most people would never even land. And I did it without college. I did it with the power of God. I did it because I'm not a stupid person. I did it because I'm hardworking. Okay? If you ever saw my resume, you'd laugh because there's so many jobs on there. But the things I've experienced, the work experience, the things I've learned on those jobs over these past 42 years, the pile of credentials and little cards and licenses I've accumulated. Most of you maybe had one or two jobs your whole life, maybe one good career, and that's it. And that's all you really need. But that's all you know. Maybe you went to the military and you've seen some things, but that's all you know. I've been all over the place. There's a lot of things I can do or that I know. A lot of books I've read, a lot of TV shows and documentaries, docuseries that I've watched while you're all watching football. I'm not trying to boast. I'm just saying I used my time on earth to get educated in a lot of other things that the rest of the world didn't. But none of that seems to matter because I don't have a credential hanging on my wall that says I'm an attorney or a doctor or that I have a master's degree in something. So therefore you don't think that I know anything, that I'm not worthy of respect. I'm not driving a Mercedes and I don't live in a big house in Madison on the beach. So therefore, I'm not worth your time or respect. Okay? What could I possibly know that's of any value? Because you have a worldly mentality and everything's about status and money and looks and material. That's all you want in a man or a woman. They better look good by your side. They better have a nice car, a good home. They better be able to support you in your every desire and your kids if you should deem to have them. You got it all wrong. All wrong. The Bible says that a husband needs to support his wife and stuff and family. Yes, if he's married with kids. But that doesn't mean that they have to provide a lot. St. Joseph and Mary never even had sex, first of all. They were Jesus' parents. And they also never had a lot of money. They lived very poor and humble, and he was a carpenter. Okay? Nowadays, carpenters make an arm and a leg because they rip people off because knowledge is power. Back then, it was just a trade. Everybody had a trade. You were either a blacksmith or a carpenter or a tax collector. It was a different time. Now we have machines to do a lot of stuff. People have gotten stupid. They're more busy worrying about what Kim Kardashian's wearing than they do about educating themselves in something that might actually help them. Like figure out how to change your own tire. I mean, please, don't get me started. Society has gotten so stupid while it's also gotten intelligent. It's gotten too wise in the ways of the world because of technology that helps you learn things faster. But while it's so busy gaining knowledge real quickly, it's replacing hardworking people and putting people in poverty. And it's replacing the love of many. It's growing cold. Your hearts are becoming cold, selfish, like stone. You've got rid of God and all morals and ethics, and you've replaced everything with sin and immorality. There's no love of God or of neighbor or even of self anymore. I mean, this world, it's been corrupted by technology, if anything, by knowledge of its ways. When the whole time you were supposed to be learning knowledge of God. That's what you should have learned. Knowledge of God. That's what you need to know to have eternal life and go to heaven and to navigate this world. But the one book that you should have learned first in your life, the Bible, was kept from you. And you didn't bother during the rest of your life to actually go back and get a copy of it and learn it. If you're lucky at all, you might go to church and have somebody from a pulpit teach you. You don't have the unction to do it yourself. The wisdom to do it yourself. Anyway, I'm done. I'm mad at the world right now, and for good reason. This war should not be happening. It did not have to happen. It's people like you to keep it going. Your mentality. Okay? My life did not have to be as bad as it was, but that's because I didn't have people in my life who cared about me. They instead of being part of the solution, they added to the problem. Okay? Yeah. I'm not saying I'm not taking responsibility for my own problems. I know. But there's a limit that you can only take so much. You can only take so much responsibility. It takes two to tango. So I am sick of making excuses for other people. I own up my problems. I have owned it. If you got a problem with me, we'll talk it out. If I do something wrong, tell me. I will be the first to admit my errors. I am not perfect. Okay? But I leave you guys no excuses. That's the problem you have with me. You just don't open your mouth. You don't make the efforts. You don't care. And that's your problem. You want me to be able to give you a valid excuse not to like me, not to hang out with me, not to talk to me. But there really is not one. And I know I'm wasting my time on this video because nobody's going to watch the whole thing. And it's not even going to reach the right people anyway, because they don't even respect me enough to say hello when I'm standing next to them, or to invite me over their house when they're having a party. Do you really think they're going to sit there and take the time to watch my video? No. But for my own good, therapists will also often say, talk to yourself in the mirror or write it down in a journal for your own good. Well, this is my audio journal for my own good, so that God and anybody who does watch this and myself know that I have done everything I could to set the record straight, to clear my mind, to do the right thing, and now I'm done. I'm moving on. I don't know how much more often I'm even going to bother with ministry anymore, because I'm preaching to the same few people all the time, and that's not the point of ministry. It needs to not go to the choir. It needs to reach those who need it. And those who need it do not even want to go to church, let alone listen to me. They turn my video on, and he's talking about God, and they turn it right off. And they'll go watch some pornography or some stupid rap video or see what some stupid TV show is doing or watch whatever it is you do with your time. But instead of listening to wisdom from somebody like me, who God has given me the gift of preaching and wisdom, he did, you don't want to know anything about Jesus or about God or about anything important in life. The world, nothing. Nothing. Your school days are over, right? You know everything already. You just want to enjoy your life, enjoy your weekend, I get it. I used to be an idiot like you. I'm sorry if I'm insulting people, but what do you want me to say? Idiot is somebody who's ignorant of many things, especially things they need to not be ignorant of, like God. So, you got a problem with me? Good. That's your problem. Your problems with me, your opinion of me, is none of my business. I don't need to hear it. I don't need any more negativity. But I'm telling you, if you do have a problem with me, maybe the problem's not with me at all. Maybe it's with your own issues. Maybe it's with God. Whatever, you need to ask yourself honestly, what is it about him that I really don't like or that bothers me? Because if you know anything about the Bible, you know I'm not telling you anything that's not in the Bible. So I'm not misleading the flock. So you can't come at me with that. I'm not a false prophet. I'm not a false preacher. I'm not a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm not your enemy. So what's your issue? I'm not asking you for money or anything or help. I'm a normal guy. And actually, I'm a guy. I'm a God-fearing guy. I try to be a good person in society. Is it that my bar is too high? Is my standard set too high for your liking? That it makes you upset that you're not raising your own bar like you should? Is that what it is? I didn't realize this was a limbo competition. I'm not going to lower my bar and my standards when God wants perfection and holiness, and it's taken me forever, 42 years, to get where I'm at now, and I'm not even nearly off the ground like I should be. I'm not going to continue lowering my bar for you to like me. And Jesus isn't going to either. Go back and read the Sermon on the Mount, and he'll tell you real fast he's not going to lower his standards for 5,000 people to follow him. No. He said what he said, and he said, take it or leave it. And I'm the same way. You will either take Jesus Christ or you will leave him, and you will burn for it. You will either accept me because I deserve it, and I'm a good Christian man and member of society, and I'm deserving of the same love and respect as everyone else, and I'm not your enemy, I'm a good person, or you can leave it and suffer the consequences from God later on, because you know what? He commanded all of us to love. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. And I'm your neighbor. And if you can't even give me time of day, friendship, help, love, attention, anything, respect, shame on you. I don't need you, and you're going to pay sooner or later. And if you're not doing it, if you're not treating me right, you're probably not treating a lot of people right. I'm just saying, you're barking up the wrong tree with me. I'm not your enemy. I'm not the one who deserves disrespect. I'm the one that prays for you. I'm the one that would help you if you were in trouble. I'm the one that would jump in front of a bullet for you. And yet you treat me with such disdain. Maybe you don't know that about me, but you would if you actually hung out with me. If you actually called me, if you actually befriended me, if you actually gave me a chance. Shame on you. It's your loss, not mine. You know what really bothers me? I try to hang out with people who got nothing to offer me. They live careless, sinful lives. They got no holiness, no knowledge of God, no intelligence. They got nothing on me in this arena. And yet I hang out with them anyway because I don't judge. I just, hey, if you're good to me, I'm good to you. I'll love you anyway. I'll meet you where you're at. I accept everyone. I just want to have friends and family and love on people. That's all. I just want to be part of something. But they don't love me or let me be part of anything. They don't let me really embrace anything or really let me become part of the crew. They don't give me a chance. And if they sit there looking down on me like I'm useless to them, like I'm stupid, I'm needy, what is this kid going to bring to me? What's he going to do for me? What does he add to my life? I'm good looking. I have a lot of fun. I party. I go bar hopping. I do all these things. Yeah, I don't need Steve. I don't need him and his Bible talk. Okay. Well, then I guess when the feeling's mutual, I guess I'm no loss to you and you're no loss to me. But let me tell you, in the reality, you need to raise your bar. That's the truth. Maybe you're not good enough for me. Maybe you know that. Maybe you don't have any intelligent conversations to have with me, and so you don't even bother. Maybe all you know about is beer, broads, and football, and maybe some military stuff. Or maybe how to play an instrument. Maybe you don't know enough to have an intelligent, in-depth conversation of any value. And you know that I can. Maybe you don't. Maybe that's the issue. I mean, maybe I'm looking up at people all the time when I should be looking down. Maybe that's the problem. I'm not trying to sound arrogant here. I'm just saying. Maybe it's not as it seems. Maybe that's your problem with me. I don't know. Do you think I'm too holy, too pious, that you can't approach me in church? Maybe you should find out why I'm that way. Instead of saying, oh, he's crazy. Or he's too much. Or he's what's wrong with the church. You don't know me. Give me a chance. Talk to me. Maybe you'll start doing the same thing. Is that what you're worried about? Maybe you don't want to know. Because you know that once you know, there's no going back. Maybe you don't want to hang out with me because you're afraid it'll rub off and you'll be a better person for it. And you're too proud. I don't know what your issues are with me, honestly. I really don't. But I know there's a lot of you out there in the world who seem to have an issue with me. Always have and always will. So if I'm not around much anymore, I've gotten tired of your crap. That's the truth. Maybe you don't care. Obviously you don't care. You didn't want me around anyway. Fine. Then you won't even miss me. But don't wonder why I don't make videos anymore. Don't wonder why I don't say hi to you. Don't wonder why I'm not so readily available anymore to be part of functions and events when all I'm going to be to you is a doormat to wipe your dirty feet on anyway. I deserve better than that. And if you're not man or woman or grown up enough, mature enough, or Christian enough to see that and treat me properly, If you really think that Jesus would walk by and treat me the way you people treat me, you're out of your mind. And since we're all supposed to be like Christ, you have a lot of work to do. Have a nice Palm Sunday.